Tyler, the Creator. I don't know what the song is. All I know is the Mama, I'm chasing a ghost.
That one? When? Tell us when. Oh. Welcome to the Cunning Buffoons podcast. My name's Dylan.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Lucy.
I love how our producer was like, hey.
So how much of them me singing did they hear?
They heard a lot of the Mama, I'm chasing a ghost.
You want to hear it again?
Really high.
Mama, I'm chasing a ghost.
What
That's the only part I know.
in the heck is that crap?
It's Tyler, the Creator. I have no idea what the song
Who
is.
the heck is Tyler, the Creator?
He
Funny
creates
dude,
music.
but I don't listen to his songs.
Yeah, he's like, he's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
Yeah.
So that's this week's topic. Creating rap.
I could do it.
Trying to make sure that it ain't
hey,
crap.
Dylan, you want to beatbox real quick? No. You're gonna freestyle, okay?
I got a
my God.
freestyle.
I got you, bro.
This is about to be so bad.
Oh, yeah.
So, Robert Bank here, because I'm white. I don't know, but here we go. 2 times, 3 times. Gucci Gang, yo. Superman, Batman.
Your uncle is ashamed of you right now.
Yeah, he probably is.
Who's his uncle?
Which one?
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, yeah, probably.
Hey, I did show one to my uncle. I did show our podcast to him, Justin. That was for you.
You're fired.
That's not the one I was talking about being ashamed of you, but okay. You're your mama's boy, the adopted boy.
Huh?
Casey?
Yeah.
That's not his uncle.
That's like my
his
nephew.
cousin.
Not my.
That's your nephew?
That's like my brother.
That's your brother. Okay, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I'm completely wrong on that family
Yeah.
tree. I'm my own second cousin, so I
Bro,
can't say nothing.
Can you stop?
What is your
Bro, what
deal,
I have to
dude?
be able to turn my mic. It's like way over there.
Why would we want to start over? Because it's a disaster?
It's not a disaster
Look,
unless
they love us like this. We're
it's not a disaster unless you assume it's a disaster.
Listen, I was
Which
told
then it becomes a disaster. So assume it's not a disaster.
I was
Exactly.
told to stop
America.
putting stupid people on the internet. And I absolutely refuse to do what I'm told.
And we're pretty stupid.
no, I'm like
Shut
I
up.
have a PhD in stupology.
I have never heard it referred to as stupology. What? Explain, like, if you're going to do a stupology class, you're going to be the professor. What is my curriculum for stupology going to be?
What is your curriculum gonna be?
Do you know what a
You're gonna-
curriculum is?
Like what I give you, or like a book? A curriculum is like the stuff you're gonna be studying
Yeah.
throughout the
Yeah.
year.
I'm glad he knows because I do.
You're an idiot. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't go to
Um,
college.
we're just gonna watch stupid stuff.
Like fail blogs?
Yeah, like brain rot.
No, you should watch the
Stupid
fail,
stuff.
the fail versus the fail army versus the people are awesome.
Like, you know, the
That
people,
way you can be like, that guy's not you. This guy is you.
the
Remember,
people who
you
get
suck.
paid, the people who get paid to lose races, they have a degree in stupology.
Yeah,
or
but
they
if-
have
but
their
if-
car
but-
on Facebook Marketplace. They're like, pay me to cook me in your Honda Civic. I have a Corvette. Just pay me and I'll lose.
What are you talking
You've never
about?
seen that? People post like a picture of their Corvette, and they'll be like, "Pay me to lose, so you look cool in front of your girl."
Yeah, but I can tell you from experience, your girl's not going to be like,
Yeah,
very,
she's not gonna care.
very few girls would be like, oh yeah, and more than likely, if you got the girl that is like, oh yeah, you're not trying to impress her anyways, because she's going to be down to earth and chill.
Yeah.
But most of them are going to be like, why are you going so fast? Or they're going to look you dead in the eyes after you scream through a backfield at 120 going through the mud and freshly dozered land. They're going to go, never take me with you again. And you're not going to take them with you again. They're going to be happy.
Seem to awfully look over there. I feel like that's an experience you've had.
Yeah.
All right.
That truck was screaming. She was grabbing the bar and making all types of,
What?
What were you like, 17, 18?
I think I was very, very pregnant at the time.
You were not
I'm pretty
pregnant.
sure I was.
Okay, you spent a lot of time pregnant, but no, you might have been pregnant. Hang on, when was that? Yeah, she might have been pregnant. She was pregnant a lot.
So the fastest way to get a degree in stupology is have a stupid dad.
I mean, then you're probably like, you were born, you hit the ground with a PhD.
Exactly. That's like,
because the
you come in
doctor
and
went to
you
pull you out, and I slapped him away.
I think I would too.
I don't know. Your dad learned how to keep traditions going.
That's true. Never mind.
Like he was on it with the traditions.
He was on it. Never
Like
mind.
his dad left, he had to leave. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, but see, that's why my dad stayed.
Because his dad left, or no, because they split up a lot.
Yeah. Initially, like he, when I was younger, he's like, even when they had, because before Mama died, they had a decent relationship going. But like when they were younger, he was like, I've always said like I would never have my children be raised in a divorce home.
His dad was like, nah, they don't need a dad anyway.
And then Mama was like, up, yeet, and then like got hit by a car and died.
Oh, you're talking about your dad?
Yeah.
No, his dad was just like, I'm gonna keep the tradition going. Let's see how long we can keep this going.
See how long this baby can last.
Hopefully,
I
it
mean,
ends with Dylan.
you just turned 21, so. I mean,
He still doesn't have a girl though, so
it's weird that I've been married longer than you've been alive.
same amount.
No, I've been married for 22 years.
1 year.
1 year, yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
Dylan
my
would have
marriage-
been. No, technically he would have been born.
My marriage is older than you.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
When were you born, Dylan?
2004.
Okay, yeah, I got married in 2003.
No, because it takes you come out, then you're just 1 month, and then it takes. Even though you're this is what doesn't make sense. You've been cooking for 9 months, so technically you're 9 months old. But why, when you come out, you're 1 month old?
No, you're not a month old.
Yeah, people. When you come out, you're a month young.
Yeah, okay, when
When you come out, you
yeah,
should
but
not be
people
0. You should be 1, or 9 months old.
No, when you come out, you're just a freaking baby.
Yeah.
People are like, how old is it? I'm like, somewhere in between 0 and 5. I don't know. And like the older I get,
Like,
the
I'm
more
not
it's like
keeping-
somewhere in between 0 and 38.
I'm not trying to be like my kid's 37 weeks old. I don't.
That drives me nuts.
What?
They're
Today
20,
my
they're
kid is
22
turning-
months.
Today my kid is turning 3 months old or 46 months old. It's like, just say how old they are. I don't care.
Your kid's 240 months old. You mean they're 20? But yeah, I mean, I can understand. And like, there's a lot of like the mothers. I understand the mothers that keep up with all the stuff and they're all like crazy about it. And like, the fathers that can keep up with like all their children's clothes and like what size, like I commend them for that, because that is just not my expertise.
I could do that. But I'm just going to be like, I'll do the chores. Dishes, I like doing the dishes. Cooking, I can do that.
Yeah. The problem, if you know how to clean a house, cleaning a house is not hard.
It just takes work. Like the dishes is like one of those things when you get told to do it, you just don't want to do it.
Well, it's human nature.
Or even like you just like building up the effort to go do the dishes. Then you start doing the dishes. You got your music going. It really isn't that big of a deal, but like just getting up and going to do it is just like.
It's getting the engine started. Like you sit out there and you just yank the cord for 40 minutes and you're pissed off, and then it takes you 5 minutes to mow the yard and you're like, dadgummit. But no, I don't mind doing the dishes. Since we raised our counters, and I think I should actually have raised them a little more. Like, our counters are not normal height.
Yeah.
Like, we made them, 5 inches taller? Yeah, I think we went like 5 inches taller than normal
Could
height
always just
counters.
measure those.
Dude, why would I want to get a tape measure, measure the old counters, go all the way in the house, measure the new counters, when I could just make a weird guesstimate? Because no one listening to this is going to be like, I need pictures. And if anybody comments and says I need pictures, I'll take pictures of me measuring both cabinets. But until then, no.
I want to see those comments.
We don't get comments.
We do, but they tell us to quit doing stuff. So, you know.
Now I can get over it.
Haters gonna hate.
Not really.
Period.
They're gonna hate periods. I mean, a lot of people hate periods. Yeah,
I have nothing against them personally.
I do.
They don't. They
terrible.
don't bother me.
They ruin a week out of every month.
Nah, women are like that. 4 weeks out of every month.
What? They're not bleeding 4 weeks out of every month.
No, they're just uppity 4 weeks at every month.
Yeah, that's women.
My mom.
That's why we had the whole episode on why they don't need rights.
It wasn't a whole episode.
It tried to be.
It was
but
like 30
then
seconds.
that uppity woman with us took over the whole episode.
Yeah, I know. She would not let me talk, bro. I was like, I feel like Dylan just...
Looking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had no chance to get any words in.
You can tell a lot about a person's childhood by how they react while other people are sitting around talking. Like if they engage in talking, they were like usually interacted with and like brought into the conversations and talked.
But when they just sit there and listen, their
Or-
parents
yeah.
hated them and just talked for 3 hours when you wanted to go home.
What does that mean for me?
Well, like
I don't think it's that Mary hated you. Mary loves you.
I'm talking about
I think
you.
she was just really busy telling you to shut up because you were too busy talking.
I'm talking about you.
What about me?
The wanted to just go home as he talks for 45 minutes.
Hey, now.
But
yeah.
we have to sit in the car. We can't get out.
What?
You're mean.
Go stand against the wall.
Yeah, do it, Malika. I want you to face that
Too
dog
old
the
for all
entire
that,
time.
man.
Too old for all that? Next
Look,
bonus
okay,
episode,
okay, look.
Malachi standing against the wall for an hour.
When Kiri starts getting treated like that, again, I'll gladly. But until Kiri gets a whooping, man.
Can't wait
Hey,
to just like
parents
smack
out
him
there-
across your face.
Parents out there, beat your kids. Like, not like alcoholic beat, but like
What?
sometimes.
All right, now do we need to make a scale?
Sometimes you need to.
Can we please? We need to get the.
We need to
spot-
do a tier list of beating your
We
kids.
need to get the Shopify going again, where I can do a store because we need a tier list level of beating your kids.
Look,
T-shirt.
if you
What's appropriate? What's not appropriate? What's
if you're
zero?
one drink in and you're already getting that feeling, you're an alcoholic beater. That's how you got to know. If you get,
So like you down a shot and you're like,
I really
punch
wanna-
me a kid.
exactly.
Now Batman level.
But I've known
all
some.
right.
But I've known some adults that were like they didn't need a shot to want to punch a kid.
I'm that adult. That's literally Tess.
But no, why does she work at a daycare?
Yeah, I have no clue.
But she loves kids. It's their parents she doesn't like.
If there's
Understandable.
sometimes I saw one time or the other day actually, this guy, they're walking through the store, their kid just stops and starts unfit. Hey, do we need to go to the car? I would have been picked up by one arm right there, hit, and would have been kept walking. There would have been no, hey, do we need to go sit in the car? Yeah, no chance. And I'm not babying my kids like that.
We're driving around one time, and I think we were at Walmart, but we got back in the car, and you were like, man, I'd have acted like that. You'd have wolfed my tail. You were like 5. You at 5 years old, you could look at other kids and see their behavior and understand, hey, that's not how you're supposed to act. And then I whipped one of you one time in another Walmart, daggum Walmart. Can't remember which one it was. Might have been Angel. But I whipped her, and I looked over, and I could see this dude fixing to say something. Like, just, and I just looked at him. I said, one word, and you're next. And he just shut up and walked away. It's like, hey, I wasn't abusive. I didn't, beat you with metal pipes
You weren't
or
like
anything.
hit abusive. You could be kind of verbal abusive sometimes.
Well, you needed it. Y'all got some thick skin. Oil up your feathers, you little
Yeah,
douche.
we all have thick skin except for the youngest.
Kiri's got thick skin. Listen, y'all all sit around and are like, you know what? We're gonna have a roast Kiri session. Y'all, my
Sit there and
children's 2
cries.
favorite things to do are roast their youngest sibling and then sit around with mama and roast their father, who is me.
Why not? I don't really roast.
Hey,
y'all.
there's some families out there that the children aren't the daddies.
What?
I know a lot of families that the guy who raised the kids that they consider their dad and for all intents and purposes is their father is not their biological father.
No, so like my dad.
Yeah. Aaron has done he's a good dude to you.
Mhm.
You
Great dude.
consider him a father.
Yeah, let me take his last name.
Right. So, like, you are his kid.
Yeah.
But, like, if it was, if we're going to look at genetics and be like, okay, what's in your family history? If Aaron's whole line is riddled with cancer, it really doesn't mean that much to you, genetically. But as far as, like, relationships-wise, relationships are more important. But, like, just had to clarify that. Like, yeah, my kids like to roast me. Because, like, if they sat around and roasted their daddy who was, like, some deadbeat who left, and they were like, yeah, we're going to roast our biological father. Yeah, go right ahead. Just because I'm a turd, I'm still here.
So you're not our father? What?
No, I am your father. The whole moral of the story was they're roasting their actual father who's still here. I didn't even leave.
Good job.
It wasn't that hard. Their mama's great.
Better than my dad.
Listen, you better be good to Leroy over there.
Listen, if you can look up your dad's name without seeing the sex offender list, you've got a decent dad.
Not always. Maybe you just haven't been caught yet.
You're not making yourself look any better.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about my dad. Great dude, but I still worry about that goat.
Oh, okay, well, different subject.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
outdoors.
can you see Lucy in the shot?
Stop.
So she's in the shot real good. Let me know, like, speak into the microphone and be like, make like some weird gaspy noise if she like moves.
It will
Should
get
we put Chester and stuff on the table just for done?
We could put Chester's brother on the table. Chester stays in the bedroom.
Well, the two up there.
Yeah, we can put them on the table.
Surprisingly, those don't really scare me that much.
The clown
No.
dolls don't scare you?
Which one?
I'm not afraid of clowns. That one?
I'm not afraid of
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of clowns either. But
It's like
why do you not like Lucy?
trauma.
Where did your
I'm
fear
a
Yeah,
of
dog.
dolls come
this is what we need to do. We need to delve into the backstory of why Dylan is terrified of dolls.
from? Why Dylan's a baby? Let's hear it.
I haven't told you.
Because we know why Tasha's terrified of dolls. Because her daddy was like, "Here, come watch this movie. It's about a doll." She's like 4, and it was Chucky.
I did that too, but my dad gave me beer, and it was the most scariest movie I've ever watched.
Also, he got you drunk and then let you watch. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Take this blue pill. Let's go watch.
That's only one. The second time, my mom chased me around with the actual doll, and that terrified the crap out of me.
So you're a baby?
I was like 4 or 5.
What if you see your mom holding the doll? How's the doll scary?
No, so it wasn't really. It was like more of a puppet.
Like
Put
on
your
the
hand in
scale,
it.
on the scale of like fear, like a tier list, right? Your mom is S rank.
Yes, my mom would be S rank.
A doll's like B tier.
Wait, is it SAB or is it
SAB. It's
Doll would be
alphabetical.
A.
No. Doll's maybe C for me. But
No,
your
for
mom.
me- no, for me it'd be my mom S and doll also beside it.
Exactly. But you.
So, were you scared of the doll or your mom?
Exactly.
The doll. I'm still scared of my mom.
Are you
but-
sure you were scared of the doll, or were you like, "Oh no, she's found a unique belt"?
No,
Okay, just making sure.
no, she didn't beat me with. She chased me through the house.
Because like I'm terrified of the dark, and like my
I
father
understand.
and sister like scared the piss out of me all the time when they had a chance.
Oh, no,
So,
everybody.
like-
No, my mom did it. My uncle did it a few times, if I'm correct.
Another
Like
note
that.
to parents:
Don't traumatize your kids.
no, it's kids should be toughened up. Kids should be exposed to a certain level of fear and anxiety and learn how to like process that stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's another level of it, like start adding hours of therapy to your thought process before you do something to your kids.
Power off.
How many nights am I going to have to set up for an hour or two talking them through some emotional craziness that I could avoid by not doing said trauma? Or do they need said trauma to grow a little bit? So like you like weigh that into how you do things.
She didn't think about that. She thought I was joking, but I was genuinely scared of it.
Oh, so she was one of those mamas like, your arm ain't broken, boy. Come here. Oh, you got 3 elbows. Go to the
That's
hospital."
exactly how she
Okay,
was.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See, my mama was an RN nurse. So like she'd be like, "Yeah, you're hurt, but no, we ain't going to no hospital. Come here," and like she'd do it herself. But you know,
No, well, you never been to my grandparents, I don't think, but you've been to granddaddy's.
We've all been there.
what?
y'all have?
You tell me you ain't been to grands.
I don't
What's wrong
remember.
with you?
Okay, so y'all know where the bathroom is, right?
I do.
I don't have the house memorized.
Okay, well, never
It's like
mind.
the
I went to the White House once. Okay, I went there once. I couldn't tell you where the visitor center is. All right, just saying.
Fair enough. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I've never been.
Okay, we're on the same level. Yeah.
All right.
There was a crazy.
I do
lady
know
camped
where
out
that
front, though.
bathroom is. Y'all need to work on that lock, man.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Did you get walked in on?
It just doesn't work, does it?
Okay.
No, it works. It's just weird.
I've
But-
trusted you when I go in that bathroom.
But you do know where the bathroom is, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Is it above like a Indian burial ground or something?
No, it's like
Okay, completely
it's like,
different
look,
story.
It's
All right.
living
Completely
room,
different story.
living room, kitchen, hallway, bathroom's first door on the right.
Describe it.
Okay, hang on.
Describe
First-
it. Describe your hand movements. Left, right, left, up, down,
All right.
left.
Okay, so from the living room,
Uh-huh.
you walk through a door.
Keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
just
get distracted,
just
Dylan.
making sure.
ADD.
I don't have ADD. I don't know what that means. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Oh. So you got the living room, and then you got a doorway. Doorway will lead to the kitchen or a hallway. The hallway,
Kitchen garage.
kitchen garage, sure, and the pantry area. And then if you go all the way down the hallway, there is a room I used to sleep in. The stupid puppet doll thing was Charlie. Remember how it looked and remember the name to this day. Anyway, used to always stay up in the closet. So I was one of those kids that would like try to go to sleep and look at the closet, make sure it doesn't close the closet,
You
try to
stayed in-
barricade it.
The room on the right, right? Or left? Because the right is granddaddy's room, right?
No, I stayed in the back room for a while.
The very back to the left, right?
Yeah, where Sissy's room is now.
Yeah. And then there's that first room, the twins.
Yes.
And then the back to the right.
Okay, so
That's
like
Grand
opposite
Granddaddy's
end of the CB room, right?
Yes.
Okay. So like going down the left hallway.
Completely opposite. Oh yeah. And all the way down there was, my old bedroom. I was like a while back. My uncle liked to put his stuff in there. This was his doll. And if he watches this, you're mean men. But no, my mom didn't believe me like at all that I was scared of it. She didn't believe me on a lot of things that I saw.
I think she
ghosts.
believed you. She's just like, we're going to scare the scare out of him.
This could be it, but no, she didn't.
It's immersion therapy. You know what? If I hold you underwater long enough, you'll learn to breathe.
That's literally Miss Mary's tactics. I got sick at her house. You're going to sweat it out.
Hey, that's what you got to do. You got to sweat it out.
That's what I've
You
done.
it
most of my
worked. I
life.
was better the next day.
Okay, you never seen Lori's house in Rover?
I don't even know what Rover is. Like
Okay.
a Range Rover?
No. That's Red Rover, not Range Rover.
Like a clover.
No, Rover.
Oh.
It's right over yonder. Okay,
Red Rum.
it's
I
in
don't know
between
how I
here and
got
there.
that.
But anyways, that little tiny place we drive by if we go to Nashville, headed past Unionville. That little triangle area where it slows down to 45 for a minute once you get past Souls and all that. That's Rover, right?
Oh.
But Lori had a house there.
Okay, Malachi.
no,
you go,
what?
No, you go straight past the church, right? Oh, my church, right? You know how did we go to Murfreesboro?
Yeah.
And there's
You're
like
talking about that area?
yeah.
Close to it. He's got the ballpark.
Wait.
But
Okay.
anyways, Lori had a house
Never
out there,
We'll talk about it later.
and the room you walked in was like a little parlor, like it's an old house. So it had like a little parlor room, And so they had their computer in there, and they had a really comfortable couch in there and everything. But it had probably, I would say, 200, 300 dolls, the porcelain glass face dolls. But there were so many in there that they weren't displayed. They were just like stacked everywhere. They were laying on top of dressers. Like it didn't matter where you looked in this room, there was a doll looking at you.
Dylan would love that room.
But there was no lights in this room, right? So you come in from school, you kick your shoes off, you kick back on that couch, and you fall asleep every day. First thing you do is like, boom, I'm out. No matter how you wake up and where you looked, there was a freaking doll staring at you. I hated that room. But yet it was the most comfortable room. It was like always 67 degrees. No light because it didn't have a light in it. Like it just, the trees outside shaded it, so it was always like kind of dim in there, kind of like the Sunday school room when the lights are out. And yeah.
Anybody else see the irony in the fact that now he collects dolls?
Okay, that was by accident. I will go to the ends of the earth for a good joke.
But who got you Lucy? Hank and Amanda?
Yeah.
You're weird.
And then the neighbor kid got me the other one that doesn't have a name.
Yeah, we found that. We were digging through his freaking granddad's like sheds. We found a crack pipe in the fire pile. But his uncle lives there, so we weren't very like worried about it. But we were digging through crap, and then we found that doll, and he was like, "I'm gonna ask Paul if I can give this to your dad." I'm like, okay. He's like, "Can I have this, Paul?" Yeah, sure. I don't care.
I enjoy that doll.
He's up there.
It all started because we found them, me and my second daughter found them while we were on a trip to see my brother in a pawn shop. Not a pawn shop, like a little like antique mall, like on the square type deal. Yeah. And they were sitting in there, and we left and went and got a burger and everything. And I'm like, you know what? I said, let's go back and let's see how much they are. If I can get either one of them for $20 or under, I'm going to buy them. I said, then we're going to go home. We're going to hide them in Brandon's house. And Tess is like, okay. So we go back, and they were $15 for the pair. So I was like, heck yeah. So we got them. We took them back, and we hid them. I hid them in Brandon's. I put them in his truck. Yeah. Where it looked like one of them was pressing the pedals and one of them was driving. And then, like, he didn't say a word. He come home that evening. He didn't say a word. And then, like, apparently he had found it and was like, ha. So he took it and hid it in his wife's car. And then his wife took it and hid it on the motorcycle, right? But we didn't know that his wife had even come home. So, like, when we come out there, like, we're going to grab the doll where it's at. Yeah. And then it's gone. So we're like, not cool, bro. Not cool. But then some people, like, send me clown dolls. You know, if anybody listening wants to, like, send me clown dolls that are cool, like, I'll hang them up all over the place. I love clown dolls.
Don't.
Did you just say don't?
I agree with her.
Why?
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it, guys.
It'll be all right.
I'm going to buy a clown doll a week. Hide in your car at work. Because I know that if I contact your uncle that drives you.
Nobody drives me.
Oh, your uncle that works there?
Yeah.
And I say, hey, if I sent you a clown doll a week to put in Dylan's car or his locker at work or under his machine, he would do it, wouldn't he?
Probably, but it's going to get burnt.
I don't care.
All right. And now if I see the exact same one in my car, I might freak out the next day.
Okay, so Tasia, you need to be Googling and find me 1,000 of the same doll. 10 cents a piece or less. I'm broke. I can't afford elaborate jokes, but like. So what do you do at work?
Nothing.
What does the company that you purport to work for
Nothing. No, I'm joking.
Coils.
make?
We make coils.
For like air conditioners?
Man, if Justin watches it, he's going to hate me.
You just make coils, like snake coils? You make fake snakes. That's what you make. Okay, Dylan works for a company that makes fake snakes.
Yeah.
They make them in coils. They don't make straight snakes. You can't have one like going across the yard. It's got to be in a coil.
Because Dawn's gay.
I don't know what he means by that, but okay.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. Just, you make coils. It's not that.
Yeah, but are they for air conditioners? Like car air conditioning units, truck air conditioning units, cars? I mean, not cars. I said cars twice.
Thank you for building.
What's that thing? Yeah. The square thing that we live in.
A house?
Houses.
I don't think for houses because there's some that are small, so maybe, but they're mainly all big, like huge.
So like industrial, probably like factories and stuff, which are big buildings. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word house.
I don't know.
So you enjoy working there?
Yeah. Could use a pay increase.
Yeah, are you? Just okay. You need to plug the podcast to all your workers, and then make sure that like you send it to all of your bosses' emails, just anonymously. Just send them the link,
Yeah.
and then be like, Dylan needs a pay raise.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
The more you pay him, the less he'll talk.
This is true.
Well, don't you work the lead position and get paid a regular employee pay?
I think so. Look, $100 an hour. I'll shut up right now.
Okay. what did Caleb get hired on for? How much?
I think 17. I think that's like the normal.
Y'all lowballers. I'm too good of a worker for $17.
Well, that's like the highest I think.
How
he's
many
ever
like
been paid.
55 an hour? That's a good hire on.
What?
Good luck with that, buddy.
55 cents an hour.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be an underwater welder. High risk, high reward. If I die, I die.
Would you make me like a grandson first?
I don't know any women that are worth dating right now.
Thank you for adding that are worth dating. I don't know any. I don't know a single female. I've never met a female in my life. I'm like Goku. Don't even know what a woman is. You imagine that? 14
I
years
don't wanna
old.
see your nasty underwear.
Yeah. Why you got a chest butt? That's one of the greatest cartoons ever.
That's what he says. I've never watched it.
She's like, she tries to bribe him by being pervertive.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't want to see your nasty underwear.
I think it was he's 13 or 14, like in the first series,
Yeah.
and like he's raised with his grandfather out in the woods. He's never seen anybody else, like, and so when he meets, was it Bulma?
Yep.
Yeah, when he meets Bulma, it's
If you can
hilarious.
get past Dragon Ball, I think the show gets better. But like you get to episode 30 and you just want to pluck your own eyeballs out because it's the same thing over and
so
over
is every other
and
anime.
over and over. I don't know, but something
Not all
about Dragon
anime.
Ball, it just
See, like Dragon Ball's nostalgic to me.
because you couldn't.
It's
kind of
like Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Cowboy Bebop. Like
Right now-
Dragon Ball was on. You could sit and binge some Dragon Ball, and like they would just play one episode after the other. Cowboy Bebop would be on.
Yeah.
And like for me as a youngin', like I was a little like alcoholic turd head that never slept. So like I watched, when you're bored, it's 3:00 in the morning. I mean, Adult Swim is on. You're gonna have Cowboy Bebop. You're gonna have Space Ghost Coast to Coast. What else was it? I think they used to play Ghost in the Shell every now and then, or else that was what I watched on DVD. But like they had a lot of good animes. They were entertaining and worth a watch, but not like, oh, I'm gonna go out of my way to watch them.
I just use Crunchyroll now. Like right now, I'm watching the
See, I didn't have Crunchyroll.
Todoroki
Totoro?
games. Todoroki games.
Todoroki?
It's some kind of game in Japan, but they're just trying to destroy people's friendships.
Heck yeah.
They're in debt, so they're like it's like Squid Games, but to destroy people's friendships. And one guy is in debt, and he stole a bunch of money from their school.
Did they get shot?
No,
Oh,
he
that's
went into the game, right, and he entered all his friends. Didn't tell him it was him, and he's doing it all so he can get with the girl that likes the other guy. So he's going to destroy her relationship with all the other friends so that he can have her.
Animes are harsh, bro.
They really are.
It's interesting. It's only like 12 episodes.
It's like I want to watch Berserker just to put me through that pain.
I want to watch all those good
I
ones.
actually want to read it, actually.
You should watch all the Fate Stays.
Dude, there's
Oh,
like,
Fate Stays Nights.
there's like 37 of them.
There's not
Yeah.
that many of them. Look up
Yeah.
how many Fate Stays there are.
There's a lot. If I look on Crunchyroll,
I know
right
that
now,
there
I'll
is a
get 12.
bunch, but I don't think there's like 30. And we've got to find the first series.
It's on Prime, but you have to pay for it. It's nowhere else.
How much is it?
Like, I don't know, probably like $30 or something.
Don't worry, I got it.
All right, we got Google going all over the place. I keep trying to talk the producer over there and letting us put a camera on her where we could swap to her every now and then.
I say no women on this podcast unless you're a guest.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't there a bonus episode?
Yeah, but that was a special episode just to make fun of.
Unless you're a guest.
You don't want your mama to be on the podcast?
She doesn't want to.
I told my mama she wasn't going to be on a podcast one time.
No, you didn't.
Look
Podcasts weren't even a thing when you
Look
were
what
a
happened
kid.
to her. When was the first podcast?
There are 7 Fate Stay series.
7. See?
No, just look up Fate series.
Does that actual Fate Stay?
Fate Zero does not say Fate Stay.
It says 7 Fate anime series released as of January 2020.
Yeah.
If any of them have come out since then.
Yeah, it is that one, the 2006 series.
So why would Google?
Buy season 1 is $40.
Damn.
$40.
What?
$39.99.
$39.99. That's not 40. You'd make a
How many
horrible
episodes?
salesman. Dylan, it ain't $40. That's $39.99.
Where's your
That's
Google?
$40.
Dylan? Where's your Google, Dylan?
Actually, 41.
Use
probably.
girl math, Dylan.
Dylan,
You're
where
saving
the
a
freak
penny.
is your
Oh, I
Google?
find it's 42.
Hey, where's your Google?
Chrome right there.
Bro, you're such a freak.
And then since
Can
you
I
save
close
that
that
penny,
out?
you can spend $100.
Yeah, close
Or do you
whatever.
need to know what that is?
What is it? What goes good?
What goes good with camo shorts, Dylan?
Nigel's girl.
Nigel's girl? Nigel's girl.
What was I going to look up? Fate.
I don't want
was
to be
asking me,
Nigel's
she was like-
girl.
What goes good with the camo shorts? And I was like,
Nothing.
that's what I was like, I'm pretty sure nothing, but
Like a white T-shirt. The only thing you can wear with camo shorts is the white T-shirt, or like a plain colored T-shirt.
I think she got a white hoodie, so it's okay.
Any guy out there should look up Real Men, Real Style. Start doing some research.
Okay, if I look up Fate series in order, I see Fate Stay Night,
Just like this.
Go down. Heavens Feel I Presage Flower. Yeah. Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Ultimate Blade Works, Fate Stay Night, Heavens Feel 2, Lost Butterfly, Fate Stay Night 2006, Fate Stay Night, Heavens Feel 3, Spring Song, Fate's Grand Order, First Order, Fate's Grand Order, Absolute Demonic Front.
How many of these are
Baby
movies and
Long.
how many of them are series?
I have no idea. Fate Stay
Movies
Night,
count, too.
Ultimate Blade Works. Fate. Okay, we butchered our order because what in the world is going on here? I think a lot of these are remakes.
Remakes don't count, but movies do.
I think that's what it is because there's 2 Fate Zeros, 2 Fate Stay Nights. Because look, you got
Because you
Fate
got
Zero.
the dub.
Because it says Fate Zero 2011, 2012, but then you have just Fate Zero. And Ultimate Blade Works is not third in.
Ultimate Blade Works is standalone, ain't it?
Oh, hang on. Let me look up chronological or whatever.
We got a Google Master over there.
How do you spell chronological?
CROUN.
Crone?
I don't know.
That-
C-R-O-N.
No, I don't know.
Illogical. Come on now. It's not that hard.
Yeah, spell illogical.
Yeah.
Illogical.
How do you spell that?
Illogical.
I don't know.
A-L.
Dude, I misspelled
Oh,
spelling on a spelling test, and that's
G.
not a joke.
CHONOLOGICAL.
I'm sorry. So we butchered. Hang on. C
Chronological?
chronological order.
You didn't say
Okay,
R.
in
There's an R in there.
chronological order. Fate Stay Night, Ultimate Blade Works is not 4th in chronological order.
He's fixing to slap the piss out of him. He's got that guitar. He's like, listen here, fool. I'm going to wait.
'Cause it's saying that Fate's
Aren't they
Ultimate.
friends?
It's saying Ultimate Blade Works is after Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Heavens Feel I Passage Flower. I think Presage Flower.
Prestige Flower?
No, it's not a T. And then it says just Fate Stay Night series. It doesn't have anything. And then after that, it's Ultimate Blade Works. But Ultimate Blade Works, the main character is Kurtsugu's son, who he adopts after one of the Holy Grail Wars. So the 2006 series cannot be after that. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean,
If it was chronological order.
I don't know. I just want to watch the one that like we watched as a family when you
I
were
think
kids.
it was the. See, because this one, Fate Stay Night 2006, that's Kuritsugu's son. So that's not the one
Yeah,
we
up
watched.
to who was a kid?
Kuritsugu
Whose kid?
Was Kiri born?
Yes.
I don't know. Was Kiri born?
Yes. If I remember it, Kiri was born.
When we watched Fate's Day.
I think it's this one. Because that's, I think, the Lancer I remember. Who was the main character in the one we watched?
Kuritsugu Yemiya? Why do you think we had a dog named after it? You don't remember?
Yeah, it's this one.
Yelling at
This
your
one
dog?
for-
Kuritsugu!
Yeah.
And the dog being like, look, I'm stupid.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's because you weren't here, Dylan. Why weren't you here,
I
Dylan?
think after this series
I
is
wasn't
where
born.
he adopts the kid.
Okay.
I think. Because it shows, like, in the series, him, like, reaching his hand
I
out.
think I found it.
Found
What
what?
you're looking for.
That's right here.
So, a chronological Fate Zero.
You're going to have to move a little closer to the mic.
Fate Zero is first chronologically, but it was like one of the later ones to come out. Well, mid.
Yeah. Because the first one we watched was Fate's Day Night.
Yes, in 2006
Right.
ish.
But Ultimate Blade Works is after that, right?
Yeah, it's the third one. The movie, and then the show.
There's a movie Fates in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I just asked how many of them were movies, how many of them were shows. Like, you got the movie, then you got the show.
I don't watch anime movies because they're too hard to keep up with.
I can, but
What?
Like, if you're watching One Piece, you can't just watch all the One Piece movies because it
How
doesn't
many
matter.
episodes of One Piece are there?
1,000.
140 something. I'm caught up. to
There's
like-
140 episodes of One Piece.
No, 1,140.
Okay.
Yeah, I said 1,000. He just finished it.
But yet you can't sneak a movie in there every now and then.
Yeah, no. When you're watching One Piece, you got to get on that grind. You got to lock in. Unless
I'm
you're
not
Dylan
locked
and you're a
in.
loser.
It's because it's for people who's been watching it since they were a child.
No, I watched it.
You were born after One Piece started.
I started One Piece when Granddaddy was in the hospital. And then I just kept watching it. And I've finished last year sometime. Late last year.
So under 2 years.
Yeah.
How many minutes an episode?
If you skip the first 5 minutes of recap,
It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes an episode. 1,140 episodes
well, Dylan's looking at it right now.
at 20 minutes an episode.
He's on.
Okay, there's a lot of silence. Fill it with some.
It says 24 for the first season, but I'm going to go to like the last few seasons.
I'm on Egghead.
Also 20. It says 23 minutes.
That's
There are
413 hours.
448.8 hours to complete the series. But that includes like the opening.
Yeah, so 448 hours of watching a show.
It's a good show. Once you actually get past Alabasta, really, it really starts.
Yeah, that's where I'm stuck at right
Yeah,
now.
there are some shows that are like they're
'Cause
good
Alabasta
shows,
is
but there's
good.
arcs that just are like.
But Alabasta was like really drug out.
Everything is drug out. Every fight's like 15 episodes.
Not every fight. Not Bellamy's fight.
So far, every episode, like, bro, go ahead, just like.
I walk
beat the
in
crap
one
out of
week. I sit down with Malachi for about 30 minutes. I watch an episode of One Piece. I leave. I don't watch One Piece with him for 2 more weeks. I sit down. Is they fighting the same?
No,
foes?
you can ask Mom. Every time you watch, if I watch it with Mom, she asks me a billion questions. What's going on now? What's this now?
Your mama asks you a billion questions. I cannot. No.
I remember
that's
one
a
time
lie.
I was on episode 500 and I was explaining to her Marineford arc, Ace's death. That was a spoiler, but you'll get over it. Anyway,
Nobody listens anyway.
Exactly. so at that point, I was watching with her. We were on like episode 550. She comes back. I was on like episode 900. What happened to his brother? I'm not explaining 300 episodes to you.
The best part when your mama starts asking questions is when she asks you a question and like you'll look up and you start to think, okay, let me formulate an answer. But before you can formulate an answer, she will ask you another question, and then another question, and then another question, then another question. And then when you finally are like, just stop, give me a second, she gets extremely hurt that you would be upset with her at all. And then she makes you feel terrible about it. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Y'all are terrible people.
What?
I don't even know what's going on, man.
Marriage
I was born
marriage is
yesterday.
this really crazy fun adventure of insanity. It's not finding someone that you're compatible with and you can spend the rest of your life with. It's finding someone that you're compatible with and can put up with your level of crazy too.
Also, you want to be compatible.
Yeah, but your crazy has to be compatible. You can get two people that got personalities that you think, ooh, they would match perfectly. If they're crazy, doesn't vibe, they ain't gonna work. But you can get two people that their personalities don't really, you'd think they're what? Why are they together? It's because they're crazy matches.
I've never seen a couple and been like, why are they together?
You have.
Same. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, you do you. I can look at a couple and say, that's not going to last very long.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But then there's couples that you can look at and say, that's not going to last very long, but yet they just keep making it. It's because personality is one thing, but if you're like, everybody's got a level of crazy. Everybody's got some crazy in them, period. But like, if you're crazy can vibe together, like they're on the same level of crazy, like I guess you could explain it as colors of crazy. Like, there's people that are like pink crazy as far as like it's dainty and it's, they're crazy, but it's okay. And there's people that are like, just completely evil hearted.
Why'd you point at me with that one?
I didn't point. I made a hand gesture.
Towards me.
I was talking
Exactly.
Italian, Dylan. This way it automatically translates it. You know, if you do this really fast and you talk a lot, doesn't matter what language you're speaking, Italians can understand you.
And Indians.
No, that's only if you go, ha.
Oh, okay.
And you got to be really high to understand Indian. That's what the peace pipe was. It was a translator. You didn't know that? Yeah. You smoke enough peyote, you can speak any language you want to. But no, wait a minute, you drink peyote. It's the tea. I don't know, you might could smoke it. You want to look up if you can smoke peyote or not?
Where do you obtain peyote?
Indians.
That's the only way.
Feathers, not dots.
Yeah, because they just run gas stations, the dots.
Yeah.
Rick is a cool dude.
And don't like hamburgers.
What do you mean? Don't like hamburgers?
They worship cows. Cows are sacred. Hindus.
Yeah.
Who in the world would worship a cow?
Hindus.
They should get better.
The same people who like our main
Like
culinary
they're missing out,
dish-
bro. Steak, man.
Yeah, but see, like if you
Get
look
better,
at
kid.
if you go to India, what are you gonna go get?
A steak.
You're gonna get curry, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go get spicy curry.
Probably
I've
not.
never tried
Like-
curry. I wonder if it's
Like
good.
their main like national food that most people that as far as I know, most people speaking Indian, they're like, well, we're gonna go have curry. It's really spicy paste. Their main like food that Indians are known for is basically spicy laxative.
So wait, it's just paste?
No.
I don't know what curry looks like or. I don't
Mama,
know.
It's like rice.
You
describe
don't know
curry.
either, love.
What is curry? What's that spice? No, that's fondue I'm thinking of. What's fondue? Is that
No.
liquid crap?
Curry.
Fondue is a pot that you melt like cheese or chocolate in, and then you dip stuff in it and you eat it.
Curry's like the
is
really
a rice with something on the side, like a liquid sauce with like
Yeah, they put
beef in it.
they put the really liquidy sauce in it, don't
Curry
they?
is a dish of spice sauce
Literally.
or gravy that's often served over rice.
Spice sauce and gravy. Yeah.
Look at the picture. See how there's. It's not just liquid.
Yeah, but go eat you a bunch of that.
I do it.
Yeah, me too. It looked kind of good.
It is good.
But
they're
all we
skinny
have
for a
in-
reason.
All we have here is Mexican restaurants.
No, we got some Indian places.
Where? I'll try this tonight.
Got some Thai places.
Where?
Yeah, where?
Dude, We're an hour from Nashville, Tennessee.
Bro, we're not going to Nashville.
Franklin has all of them. Murfreesboro
Franklin's
has them.
just as bad.
Murfreesboro's worse.
We can
Nah.
drive down to Huntsville.
I'd rather go to Murfreesboro.
In Alabama, though, you don't ever know. I went down there for a flea market one time, and like we get out and we're, 20 foot in the entrance, and like I hear this massive commotion going on. Like there's and this guy's speaking English, but it's like Australian English. It's not English. And I'm from Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like I'm down there with a bunch of boys from Alabama. And one of them looks over at me, and like one of them's my boss.
Yeah.
The other one's my boss's father, and like one of his friends, and I think like a couple of his sisters or something was with him. But like I've never met anybody but my boss. And I'm like, what the heck was all that about? And my boss's father goes, I don't know, but I was fixing to scream, he's from Tennessee, and we was going that way. And I'm like, dadgummit. Meet a guy, and he's going to throw me under the bus in the flea market. Man, we got some ducks, got some geese. Took forever to get down there and back. Then a year later, I find out that my truck speedometer is off. It says I'm doing 70. I'm actually doing 40. There was a bunch of mad people on the interstate that day.
Oh, it suck.
I feel like you would know you're doing 40 though.
I drove that truck for 7 years like that.
And you didn't notice you were doing 40?
It was graduated, okay? Like if you was doing 30 on the speedometer, you were actually doing like 27, 26, somewhere in there. But like the higher your speedometer went, the worse your, discrepancy was. So like at 80, you were doing 50. And the truck was it was a 1986 F350 single cab. That used to be a gravel company truck. So, like, this thing rode terrible. It had no radio, leather seats, no air conditioning. Like, it was terribly loud anyways. So, like, if you were doing 30, you sounded like you sat on 140. So, like, you really couldn't tell, Like, it sounded and drove like it was doing 100.
I keep trying to. He's so worried about miles.
Me?
But this guy. But if you get a good old truck.
My problem is I don't want to change in it like a transmission or something later on down the road.
You're going to have to eventually.
Exactly. It doesn't matter
but
what
like,
you get.
The way you drive.
I would.
You're going to be changing engines and brakes and tires and frames.
I would go older because you can do that yourself if it's an older vehicle. The newer you get, the more you have to pay other people to do it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my driving? Why are we dishing my driving?
Because you drive like a maniac.
How?
You need.
Have you ever even driven with Dylan?
I don't think he has.
Yes, I have.
When?
You've drove me to town several times.
When?
When?
Don't question me.
I'm questioning.
I'm
you.
questioning because I don't remember.
I'm gonna draw pictures
Oh, okay. Draw them pictures.
because I don't have pictures, so I got to go draw them.
I don't drive bad. I like how he rides with me.
I just say we get there alive.
That's true.
We get there alive. Malachi, I have helped you.
He's
change
always
your
on-
brake. Not Malachi. Dylan, I have helped you change your brakes.
Speaking of brakes,
Oh God, do you need brakes again? Because you've
probably
been
do.
locking them up.
no, I haven't changed them in like a minute.
Tell me the fastest. How fast can your car take a curve?
Depends on the curve.
Yeah, it depends on the curve.
Right down here.
That one?
What's the fastest speed you've done this curve right down here at?
Like
Honestly.
60 or 55.
Okay, that's a 20-mile-an-hour curve.
But
Well, the last time we took it that fast, we spun out.
we
in
did
the
a
rain.
180.
And so Dylan takes it at like 15 now.
Yeah, I take it at
The
50.
fastest I have done that curve, which was in that Nissan out there, of course it was in a little better shape, is 90.
Well, now I kind of know what we're going to do.
No, he's not giving the whole story. If he says I've taken all of Sims at 90, but you have to add that the rear end of the truck was able to break loose.
Oh yeah, I was sideways and white smoking.
So you have
When I come down the hill, my truck was sideways in the road, bawling white smoke before I even got to the curve.
Yeah, you have to add that he was drifting the curve.
I've done it end to end, and the speedometer have never went under 90. Except for while shifting, because, when you shift, it'll drop for a second sometimes, especially if you're beating out of it. There might be a reason the speedometer don't work right now.
Yeah.
Have you driven in it when the speedometer don't work? You got to get up to 45 and kind of like tap the dash. And then
I'm going to have to get him out and let him drive it because oh, I don't want to get a stick shift. I'll be so bad at it.
I do suck at it.
But if
That's
I'm
why
trying to
you-
show him to learn, that he can learn.
Hey, when you were a kid, you got up and you tried to walk and you fell on your little stupid kid face. Did you like, I suck at this, and you never tried again? Or did you get up and be like, I'm not a little stupid kid with a little stupid kid face. I'm going to learn to walk and learn to walk.
No, I crawled for like 9 years.
Good God.
I think the
No
problem
wonder
is,
you're so good under a house.
I think the problem is, right? Dylan's just too big of a baby.
I think your problem is you need to
No.
shut up.
I think you're just
Oh.
afraid
Flat
because
face, big nose.
you're never going to be better at it than me.
Good Lord.
I think that's the
Oh, my.
problem.
I
No,
am
I'm not
going
gonna
to
be
call Miss Mary and tell her that Malachi is making fun of her little boy.
She's gonna say
Yeah, she's probably
she's
gonna
gonna
agree.
join.
Yeah, she's gonna join in. She'll be like, "Oh, shut up, Dylan."
That woman loves you.
That I told you earlier. You said I'm gonna punch you all. She'd ask if she needed to hit him too.
She'd ask what I do.
It
Hit him
would-
harder.
I think it would depend on who it was. I think Mary knows that, like, if she come in and I was whipping Dylan, it would be like, okay, Dylan's done something.
Yeah.
But if she come in and it was just a stranger, you know?
Yeah.
If she come in and it was her whipping you, she'd be like, oh, and it's time paradox, and, like, things would go bad. So don't let that happen. But
I don't know if I would let that happen.
How do you not let that?
yeah, how do you
happen?
not let a doppelganger walk? I don't know.
I don't feel like my mom would whoop me at 21.
You'd be surprised.
No, no.
do something
no,
dumb enough?
No,
Yeah.
no. She's told me there's no more whooping.
Oh well, yeah, she's just gonna beat you.
Yeah. No. So if something that looks like my mom is whooping me, I know that's not my mom. She told me she's gonna take this fist and
I guess that makes. I mean, that's still a whooping.
no.
Yeah,
Her legs
if you're,
ain't-
if
her
you're
legs ain't
completely
even a foot and a half.
defenseless, if you're completely defenseless,
That's
it's a
taking
whooping.
that's taking a whooping.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like if like taking a belt to my butt. No.
No,
it's
it's not gonna ever hit your butt. If your mom has a belt, it's just gonna hit you anywhere it hits first.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it works.
I've been
Just-
hitting the
okay.
back.
Now this is something.
legs.
Is your mama like an immediate? What are you doing over there? Why are you making gang signs?
No gang signs. That's why she's not allowed on the
Yeah, that's why we
podcast.
don't let her on the camera. She like West Side, and I'm like, girl, we on the wrong coast. Quit that.
Yeah. Well, we're not even on a coast.
But anyways, is your mama like a punish now, or like a random punisher?
It depends. Cause she used to be a punish now, but now she's kind of like be a few weeks or a month to now.
Which one's more nerve wracking?
Honestly, the punish now to me.
What?
Yeah, because I'm nervous the entire time. She's like, "I'm gonna beat you right now," and she beats me. I'm like, "Oh crap, now it's done."
Yeah, but see, then it's over. Like my mama one time, she come in the bedroom and like went to whipping the piss out of me.
Yeah.
And I mean beating the crap out of me. And I needed it. Like, you know, anybody listening to me talk about mama whipping me is gonna be like, oh, she's abusive. No, she wasn't abusive. I should have been whipped more. But she, I mean, just flew into me. After about 5 minutes of getting my tail whipped, I'm finally able to get out. Like, Mama, what the heck? Like, I don't know what's going on. She's like, I told you to clean your room. I'm like, Mama, that was 2 weeks ago. She's like, yeah. Consequences always catch up. And she left. And I, like, that has stuck with me severely because it's been like, I might get caught eventually. And yeah, I could have done that, you know, I could have broke the law 10 years ago, but the statute of limitations is still up, you know, it's not up on it yet. So I could still get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that whole, is she still throwing gang signs?
I want to know what she was trying to say.
I think she was saying we have.
Yeah.
Is that what you were trying to say? Okay, so we need to
Oh.
wrap it up.
No.
Well, I like to keep it at an hour
about an hour and a
Hour's
half
nice.
right in there.
because I tell people to follow, and they're like, "Your first episode's a 3-hour video? No chance I'm watching that." And I'm like, I don't blame you.
I told Justin. I was like, yeah, first it was like 3 hours long. He's like, what did y'all talk about for 3 hours?
It'd be like, and we stopped. I mean, like, you get three idiots in a room together, give them microphones, and they're like,
First episode was like a bunch of different topics too.
uh-oh, there she is.
Nope.
No,
Your mommy is hiding in the dungeon over here.
dang, she almost believed us.
She was about to leave.
She was about to leave.
Oh, my goodness. So Tessie is working with us one time at the restoration shop. And buddy Tony is over there, you know, working and everything. And she comes in there and she talks about this truck, this Chevy truck sitting there. And of course, this thing is ugly as crap.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice looking truck. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just not my style. And when you work at a restoration shop, anyways, since we're in the middle of recording,
Yeah.
but anyways, Tessie's making fun of the truck, and I'm like, oh, Tessie, don't, you know, that's okay that you don't like it, but like if the owner comes, like don't say anything. And she's like, well, why? And I'm like, because he's got like Down syndrome. Like this is a truck that like his brother's building for him, and like it's his dream truck. So like if you say anything negative about it, like he's gonna break down. And she's like, oh, really? And I turned to Tony because I'm hoping Tony is smart enough to just like roll into it. And like I'm like, yeah, Tony, tell her about how and I lay it out, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, Tony, you son of a gun. Like, perfect. I lead in, I walked you into the joke. You could have just kept it going. Like, there's people that won't even talk to me because of jokes Tess has done about me.
No, it's not a funny story. We're not telling that story.
You can tell that story on your episode. You only get one episode?
I agree. No more tests.
No more tests? She got like 1,000 views.
Every short got 1,000 views.
I don't know. We had 1,000 views.
I mean, we're almost at 10,000 views.
But it's just the shorts.
Yeah, just the shorts.
It's
It's just people scrolling across the shorts and going, oh, hell no, I ain't watching that,
Yeah.
But it still counts.
Well, they always zoom in on me, bro.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have another bonus episode, and I'll have it with Tess. But the problem is we're going to have an episode, and it's going to be about arrogance.
I say no more women on the podcast.
Whoa, bro. Gonna have a He-Man woman.
Is that what you're doing right now? Turning my mic off?
You just shutting me down, bro. Yeah, but
I'll
that's
just take Dylan's.
Freedom of speech? Dang.
freedom of speech.
Speech of freedom.
Exactly.
Let's get deep.
Let's get deep. Let's get to the macaronis.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for like your guys' generation, you hear the freedom of speech. What comes to mind?
Say whatever I want. Well, not whatever I want.
Like someone comes to mind. What are you saying? What comes to mind? Huh?
If someone says you have the right to free speech, what is the right of freedom of speech to you?
Say
why is it
whatever I
important?
want, and I get to say it without any consequences.
Really?
That's
not-
what freedom of speech is.
No, freedom of speech is you can say whatever you want, and you have the right to your opinion, but it doesn't mean that I don't have the right to think your opinion is stupid.
That's not what you asked.
Yeah, I asked you what freedom of speech is.
You asked us what we thought. Yeah, it means I can say what I want. I don't.
Right. But to me, it goes beyond that for me. It's less about what I can say, and it's more about what I can do about what people think about what I say.
I don't care.
Because the problem is there's a whole lot of what your guys' generation, like the whole woke crap, that hopefully it'll be a persistent beast that will be terribly hard to kill, but it's trying to be killed right now.
Yeah.
But like so many people, like to them, freedom of speech isn't important because it hurts their feelings when someone says something they don't agree with. That's the problem. Freedom of speech means that I have the right to say whatever I want, but it also means you have the right to think whatever you want about what I say. And there's certain things that, like, you have the right to say anything you want, but there's certain things you say that will get you punched in the mouth.
Depends on the place, time. Everything depends on where you're at, what you're doing, what you're saying,
I think both y'all's opinion is wrong.
what the argument is. Yeah, I don't get where if you say freedom of speech from my standpoint, I don't care what this guy thinks.
Same.
I have he can say whatever he wants. It matters zero zits to me. I said what I wanted to say.
Exactly.
That's freedom of speech.
Right. But there's a lot of people that don't have that view. A lot of people think that freedom of speech means they can say whatever they want, but you can't.
That's the Kamala Harrisians or whatever.
Kamala Harris and The dudes for
You treat it
Kamala.
like a Roman Empire,
Dude, that's the. I mean, honestly, we should cast them out of our nation. We should throw them all off a boat and let them watch them drown.
Oh, they're gonna no. You won't even have to do that. Like, there's a mass influx of young men and women that are on the liberal side that are getting fixed because they're not gonna have babies in this world. Cool.
We don't want you to raise kids anyway.
Yeah, give it 20 years. Keep that mentality. If you don't agree with the political system, go get fixed.
And then,
in 20 years, we won't have a problem.
yeah, we won't have your stupid kids walking around.
Okay, anybody can raise stupid kids. I know a lot of very, like, down-to-earth, logical people that have really retarded children. Malachi ain't got no kids yet.
I'm saying he's stupid, and he's pointing at me. So
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah. For tree apple.
Unless there's a hurricane. Then nobody worries about the apples. They're just wondering if the tree's still there.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be worried about the apple too. Just like, is it gonna hit me in the head?
140-mile-an-hour apple.
Yeah, I'm worried about that apple.
Yeah.
I wonder, you know how they do the cannons for like 2x4s? Wonder if we could make one of those that would launch an apple at 100 mile an hour.
Let's do one of those that'll launch Dylan at 100 miles an hour.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so like, we can get the funding up to like get it ready.
I don't know. They're doing more gang signs over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep gang signing it up, and I don't understand what's going on.
That's why. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
we need to finish this.
Well, we got to do a cannon first.
Cannon first? Then we
Cannon
can't
first.
build a cannon first.
It's
in
gonna
10
take
minutes.
a
Yes,
little.
we can.
But what y'all could do is figure out how to do all the, hey, like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Do all the,
Alright.
do
I
all
did
the
that
promotion
last
stuff.
week.
I got it this
Yeah,
week.
that's y'all's job is do all
I
promotion
got it this
stuff.
week. Which camera am I looking at?
Look at both, Dylan.
All right.
Look at both.
If you can't look at both cameras right now,
All right. I have to try to look at both.
no, you can just look at that one.
That
You
one.
can look at the one they're gang signing at.
All right.
That one's recorded.
It's the South
Hey.
Coast
Fam.
Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
Hey,
sure.
wait. What do we want to call our fandom?
Our
fandoms?
fandom?
We can call them the Cunnings,
The-
the buffoons. Hey, buffoons.
The buffoons. We can call them the Cunnings.
I don't know. Okay, I got you. You got to say, all right, you buffoons, hit that follow button and subscribe.
We have a follow button? Yeah, we're
I
on
said
YouTube.
and subscribe.
Look
I
us-
like
Hit
it.
that
look us
follow
up on
button.
podcast thingamajigger.
Yep. Thingamajigger. Whatever you listening on, I don't know.
You don't have to do any of
Hit
that.
that SUB
SUB.
scribe. I can't spell subscribe right.
All right, that's it for this week.
SUBSC
You can ignore
RIBE.
Dylan.
Yeah, ignore